Mr. Swenson.
Hi, Gail.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you this morning.
It's good to see you too.
It is in the AM, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty early.
It's coffee time.
It is coffee time.
What are we here to talk about?
We're here to talk about the Baratza Preciso. Drum roll, please.
Yes.
So we didn't have a crew review on this yet, and so we thought we should go through it.
Yeah.
I think some people would like to talk about the differences between this machine and the Virtuoso.
Let's get him in here then he can talk to us.
Exactly. Come in. We'll show you.
Yeah.
No, so this is a Preciso. We have an 8-ounce bean hopper. And we have some, this is kind of how you control your macro adjustments, if you will.
It goes from 0 to 40.
Exactly. And let's take the bean hopper off.
Ooh.
All the way, there we go.
Boy, you are really living on the edge.
Exactly.
There's a rubber...
There's our bean hopper gasket.
It's a gasket to keep the beans from going down inside of the machine. And then this is how the top burr comes out. And what are they?
Stainless steel conical burrs.
44?
44 millimeters.
I think you told me earlier.
Yep. Exactly.
So,
I love how easy that was too. Just for us to get all the way down to the burrs, that can be a little harder on other machines to do. I mean,
there's a red dot on the top here, and that red dot corresponds with a little notch in here. You just put it back in. If you don't get it in right, though, it's not pretty. I've seen people have them upside down on a different grinder, upside down and wedged in there. They had to take a hammer to it.
How fine was that grind?
Yeah, right.
Okay, help me out here. So there's the guide.
Yeah, there's 2 notches. You can't put it in wrong.
Yeah, and there we go.
And it won't work unless this is in, because there's a as this goes around, it activates a little micro switch, so you can't cut your fingers off.
There we go.
Oh, that's a nice feature.
Okay, so some of the main differences between this machine, the Preciso, and the Virtuoso is the micro adjustment ability right here in the front. So you should have a little bit more control with this machine in terms of your actual coarseness.
So you by test, I guess you set this one up here. This is the pointer right here.
Exactly.
And then if you get it on a particular setting, now you can dial it in within that setting?
Exactly. That's exactly what you can do. If you like, let's say you're in the macro settings and you're going between 2 settings adjacent to one another, and you're not really liking that, your
Give
grind.
it a little tweak.
Exactly. Then you can refer to the micro settings here.
And I think I counted earlier 11 settings.
Yeah.
So 11 spots you can choose from.
So essentially, your adjustment with this machine, you have a lot more, ability than with the Virtuoso.
A little more latitude.
And then you also have this nice porta holder.
That comes with it?
Yes, it does. It comes with this machine, but does not come with the Virtuoso. It fits on the Virtuoso. You can always buy it new, but it just goes right in there. And then you can take your portafilter and place it right in there. I think that one will actually just sit. I think depending on the style of portafilter you have, it might not just sit there by itself.
That's the Sylvia.
Yep, that's the Sylvia.
Let's see another one.
This is the Rocket. Just barely slips in there. There's a tab in the front. It holds that one too. There's a tab in the front. Here, I'll show you. Let's take it back out. And what's happening is this tab is holding the front end of the portafilter. So you kind of go in and leave it, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But you kind of need the machine to hold the weight of the portafilter.
Doink.
Doink. Let's see. And then we have our Escasso portafilter.
Yeah, there you go. And what I noticed on this is when you take this out, this can be adjusted up and down. There's several holes here, so to accommodate your portafilter.
Exactly.
But it looks like where we've got it set right now, it'll take 3 very different portafilters.
Exactly.
At least these are somewhat alike, but this is different.
Exactly. These 2 portafilters are drastically different.
Timer on the side.
Yep.
And that goes from, I think...
5 seconds to 60, I think.
Right, 60 seconds. And I think the reason that it only goes to 60 seconds on these machines is they're not designed to do pounds and pounds of coffee all in one grinding.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And that is one, insight that we've gotten back from customers is that sometimes if it is run longer on the timer, the grounds can actually be a little hot. They do heat up a little bit. The machine has a tendency to get a little hot.
It's designed to be used for a minute.
Exactly. And we've always known that here at Seattle Coffee Gear. Stainless steel burrs do have a tendency of heating up.
A little bit.
Yeah, exactly, compared to ceramic ones.
Yep. If you do overheat it, there's a thermo switch or fuse, I guess they call it in there, that in the old machines, it would pop and you'd have to have it replaced.
Oh, wow.
Physically, it would burn out. That'd be the end of it.
Oh, wow.
These, if you let it cool down, it resets itself.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know
Little
that.
tidbit.
I usually say the technical stuff.
I'm sorry, I'll take it back. I tell you what, let's go backwards and you can now repeat what I just said.
Good, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to test? I think we should go as fine as we can on this.
Yep.
And then we'll go as fine as we can on the Virtuoso.
Yeah, and compare the beans,
And
the grounds.
Yeah, and see what the grind's like
Yeah.
and see what the differences are.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see if there is a difference,
me get
because
this
that's why you're buying this one.
Exactly. Now my gut is, before we do this test, is that this machine would be really good for someone at home that's kind of doing different types of espresso. You know, if you're really wanting to experiment with espresso and your grind with the espresso in particular, this would be a great machine to do that with.
Oh yeah, because you got so many settings. So
Exactly.
the fineness is which way, Brendan?
Ooh, good question. Probably this way. Yeah, but we should what we should do is start grinding,
Yep.
and I'll go all the way to the left.
Okay, let's dump that because we don't want that as a comparison.
You're right. Exactly.
Here, I think I found something to put it in even.
Perfect.
Instead of just going like that like I usually do.
Nice job, Gail.
You ready?
Ready. And this will be our plate. Drum roll. Yeah, it seems pretty fine.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's really fine.
A lot of people ask, you know, how do you really tell when it's sitting here in front of you? And what I try to do is attempt to feel an individual grain of coffee. And if I can't do that, and it's really hard to do here, that means it's really fine.
Yeah, exactly. It goes more toward talc.
Yeah, exactly.
And then less of a granular feel.
Exactly.
And that's there's still a little bit of granular there, but very, very slight.
That's really good. It's almost more like a powder.
Let's get, oh, stop. Stop. Shh. Not yet.
Gail!
Not yet. Okay, I'm going to put this on the finest setting, which is already there.
Perfect.
Let's grind some on it. Same beans.
You already got a grounds bin there? Yep. Perfect.
Sure.
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 Now my guess is with this, we'll be able to feel some actual grains. Will it be espresso grind? Probably.
Oh, I don't want that off. I want this off.
Oh yeah.
It will be espresso grind for some machines, not all machines.
Yeah, it might be espresso grind with a pressurized portafilter maybe, but this is.
Oh yeah, it's more granular.
Exactly.
Not a lot, but enough to make a difference if you're trying to get something that really is fine-tuned.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, this is, feel that now. I mean, it definitely is different.
Totally.
Yep. I would say if I was to compare, I'd say that if we were to put this like maybe up on 3 or so, and maybe this in the middle, it would probably equal that. I'm just guessing.
Totally.
Just guessing.
I think, like I was saying, if you're really into experimenting with espresso in your home, this is probably what you would want.
Yeah.
The Virtuoso, don't get me wrong, totally works with espresso, but let's talk about the price points real quick. We have $299 and we have $229. And that comes with this, so it's kind of, you got your porta holder, it's all set up for espresso. So it's not too big of a price difference, and then you have all this extra ability.
So those price differences are as of today. When this film is out 2 years down the road, and people are going, "Why can't I get it for that?" Yeah, don't quote us. But that's just giving you the relativity of the price between the two.
If I were a consumer, I would probably go home with this because I like espresso.
Yeah.
And I like my Chemex pour over.
I know you do.
Do I say that in every video? Maybe.
No, not every, but I would say maybe 30% of the videos we've mentioned your Chemex.
Oh, I better cut that out.
That's okay. That's all right. Can I talk about my Technivore?
Of course.
And all the other, I've had one of everything at home. One of every type of coffee maker.
The life of a coffee lover.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Well, again, thank you, Brendan.
Thank you, Gail.
Always good to get the stats on the latest stuff and kind of compare things so people can make educated decisions.
Totally, totally.
Any questions? Where are they going to find us?
SeattleCoffeeGear.com?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Thanks, folks.
Thanks.